Heretics are technically the higher seed from Versus until we got into playoffs, and then G2 won the whole thing and then got to the finals of first stand. But before then, Heretics were the better team technically. So right now, G2 are kind of the underdogs if you just look at regular season.
Yeah. And this feels really bad for Tracyn. Oh, Sheo though, wrapped around.
And this is a root down on Labrov. I think Labrov is just going to die here. Ice is playing with a bit of magic with low mana, but with Sheo in the way, the flash out, the permafrost close. Labrov is going to die. First blood against G2's bottom lane, and Sheo keeps it good. As he's got a Nash's and feeling pretty powerful over the wall. Sheo going to meet with a bit of misery from SkewMond. The duel begins. Serin can't compete, and the flash over. Caps now has a 2v1. Rory wants him. It's setting up with the ulti, but Serin does no damage. He had no stacks, just all in for the wall. Flashed away, but Serin just pressed Q, and Caps ran into the perfect spot for him. There's the Azir ulti. Wait, no, he jumps in. Instead, Shen ulti, flash away. Shadow Dash doesn't connect, but Serin's still dead. Now, Jack, you talked about mobility. There's the game-changing ult. Arrow dodged away from, but that was towards Sheo. He was too far out anyway. There's the range. SkewMond matches up. The dive, a success. Caps gets the kill. And where is the weakness, you ask, as G2 get two?
Azir has it all. Caps knew that the gank was coming. BB was on call.
SkewMond's just going to keep on going.
Again, I mean, this for me, exactly this, is what separates like an insane team from like a meddling team.
Oh yeah, and Herald is looking for a second charge. Arrow misses here, but Herald still, regardless, going to open up bot. No, smite it down. Just in the nick of time for Team Heretics. Their defense also important. Sheo whiffs the ulti. Summer gets belled out anyway. There's the encore, and Sheo pulled back in, not taking up yet. Ulti from SkewMond the dive, a success. Heretics now in deep water as the double root comes in. The range there. SkewMond goes part two, maybe a little bit deep as the shutdown is given over. Public execution. Tracyn does a good job of getting another. Caps under his own turret, trying to survive. There's the stand united. Caps can't kill Tracyn, but BrokenBlade saves Caps' life. That's one thing here. As the chase to the top laner who went in deep is going to continue. Summer. Wait, is Summer going to die? Your question to be answered. Running in. Hans close, and he's dead. Okay. Jack, what do we make of G2 now? And as Serin looks to take down BrokenBlade, he's going to step up. He Shadow Dashes.
Oh my God.
It's Shendings. Okie dokie. Pet2, we would like to talk to you. Next interview is going to be with the Shen 1 trigger.
No way.
It's BrokenBlade. Don't you know? He's back from first stand, Jack. He's back from first stand, and he's got a bone to pick.
Oh my God, BrokenBlade. It starts with Tracyn doing a montage, but then BrokenBlade finishes it, landing every taunt.
We've got the classic Shen build. They're going to ulti him. Will he die this time? I think he does, right? Guys, they got him.
But now with all of them basing, maybe G2...
Oh my God, the vision in the back as well, Jack. It is a masterclass as Heretics now have to burn the teleport, but Baron's going to be gone. Sheo, can he steal it? No, he can't even get into the pit. On to Serin. Oi, flash away, excuse me. Tracyn the arrow still connects. The dive under Sheo, he gets taunted and he gets pulled. Caps will take down the pig from Team Heretics, and G2's Baron has only just begun.
G2 Siege, 2.5 minutes left on this lasher. I think G2 are going to look to fully end the game. It's just like a pretty easy win at this point as Summer finds Wei flashes.
Beautiful arrow again. Wei is going to be on-called with the extended range. Summer will take down the Heretics support. But outside of a couple of plays, Heretics haven't really had much to say, and now G2 with their siege coming in from top, mid, and bot at the same time. It is all holds bar for Heretics to find a play. They've got on the couch, but with the stand united and the Zhonyas, he's in safe, out of harm's way. Nexus exposed. Heretics need to make their fight, but even though G2 are getting low, the Nexus is falling. And in their first game back from first stand, G2 will find their first win of LEC 2026 Spring.
And G2, they showed their superiority in the macro and in the mid game. It was a slow early game, but you could tell that G2 was the better team throughout with just how they built the gold lead, no matter what Team Heretics did.
BrokenBlade, give us a sign. What's going on? The next in trouble with lethal tempo. Summer matching the flash, and then Labrov too. Ice is dead. Way only saved by the range of the binding, but Summer on the board.
No language barrier. As I say, Ice is now dead once again.
He is indeed. And remember, he burned the summoners before. A Ragnarok gank. And SkewMond also on the board. Ice 0 and 2. definitely hold bottom ribbon in their favor. As Wave finds an engage, it's nice, but Labrov's not enough. Sonic Wave not going to be taken. There it is. Okay, Sheo says, hell, we just got to do it. He's going to run in, get the kill, but meanwhile, Ragnarok time. Double kill already. The chatter was right. It seems like a SkewMond big penta-kill game angle. He's already picked up 600 gold. SkewMond is running the riff. Became a little bit tricky, but the second game is starting off way better as SkewMond doesn't have the ulti. He's caught out. Chaos Storm down kick and a Sonic Wave. Sheo with a shutdown and G2 in a little bit of trouble. Labrov now has a flash as well as Caps looks for the angle underneath turret. Sheo greedy, but a turret shot not going to finish him off. Caps thinking about going in, but Way is in the way. So Caps will not take that second R, and Sheo with a big play around mid. Chains of Corruption come through. SkewMond close getting caught out, flashes away, and Labrov went in with his jungler, but the members of Team Heretics were just greater.
I mean, G2, Caps is roaming top here, looking for a top play, but
he's got an ulti. Does he have enough damage on the Tracyn? Shuriken Flip is there. There's the flash ulti. Tracyn takes Caps into his lair. Caps gets out. Ulti saves his life. Yeah, true. Serin deep. BrokenBlade flash with the keeper's verdict. Serin walked into that one, but to be fair, G2 were waiting. They snap shut their jaws over the mid laner of Heretics. And now the go button signals as Herald spawns.
G2 find a big pick. They're going to be able to put down the Herald. But Team Heretics answer back in mid lane. Tracyn lands the Q2. Oh, gets him over the wall.
All out over the wall. Caps in trouble.
Fails the flash. Caps fails the flash, gets completely outplayed by Tracyn.
I don't know if, Serin is better than Chovy, but I think Tracyn might be.
Yeah. That was disgusting what Tracyn just did to him right there. As Caps had such a good game as well. Really high CS. So G2 are 4 versus 5 for the time being, and Team Heretics have started the Drake.
Well, there's a TP finally coming through. Caps going to find the angle of 4K. Heretics in a good position here, but Sheo with Sonic Wave needs to get that execute on the Dragon. They turn. Labrov's been found out, flashes over the wall. Heretics start the fight good, but BrokenBlade gets the target against wall. Sheo popped into the air, tempered fate on 3, while Dragon goes down. SkewMond runs into the whole team. G2 are corrupting this play with a Viking running through the whole of Heretics. Way lucky to be alive with Undertone Boomerang. It's one more shot to kill the cow. SkewMond will pick it up and miss, but the Dragon going over to G2 makes the play good for them.
I mean, SkewMond is an absolute monster in the back line here, doing so much work for G2. True. I mean, it's a fantastic Poppy game. I think BB as well, going this more aggressive build, is showcasing the highlights of Bruiser Poppy.
Oh.
So now Serin might be in trouble.
Yes, indeed. BrokenBlade is fast.
TP
out.
Oh my God.
He knew. BrokenBlade ain't no warning there, but he knew that guy's going to try and DP out.
Nah, that's so impressive with no vision. Just predicts it.
He's caught out versus 4. Stride Breaker flashed away. Shuriken Flip. He's going to all out, but he's dead. Just a little bit squishy for G2 to take down as 15 seconds. Dragon number 3 on the board.
Yeah, G2 have full control. They're going to pick up the Dragon, and probably this game would go to the next Nasher, and then G2 will play for that, and then look to end the game with that if I were to make a low prediction. Because otherwise, G2 will just leverage back control, choke them out, or SkewMond will just run them down.
Undertow on 2, and against the wall. One target's going to be Tempered Fate run away from, but Team Heretics to split. Tracyn trying to split up the fight even further, but CC immune because Ragnarok's popped, and Tracyn had to go squishy to get over there. And G2 will take him down to make it an uneven numbers game once again. We're cresting upon 10,000 gold as Baron should be free.
Yeah, really difficult for Team Heretics to really do much of anything. You see they're trying to group up on mid. Sheo has a nice flank onto Caps, but a really good Sonius from Caps means that he won't go down. And then Tracyn was forced to ulti.
After Labrov showed up as BrokenBlade going for the dive under the turret, the damage matters not. The static field down to slow down the play, but again, G2 have opened up yet another angle in the base as Team Heretics on their last legs in this game. Jack, I think it is definitely looking like a G2 win.
Yeah, I don't think you're becoming European anytime soon, Jake.
Okay.
They're taking down the Nexus towers. G2 are making it look easy. They're just going to let the Baron minions do the work. Really good flash from Labrov. The one engaged. SkewMond goes in.
And the flash over eyes now onto Sheo. This Olaf game has looked pretty clean, but G2, it has been a leisure for them in game number 2. And their return to European League of Legends has been pretty swell. How are they looking up in first stand finals? Well, G2 just ended it in under an hour.
I mean, G2, you clearly saw from start to finish, they were the better team. I think really their mid game and their macro was the difference maker, both today and in general in G2's wins. There's still some, you know, funs and kinks that the team needs to work through. And you can see that Caps, you know, there were some misplays from G2. It was not perfection.
Do you think they're mucking around as you play the series BrokenBlade, SkewMond, or Labrov?
I don't think they're mucking around. I just think you could tell that this wasn't prime time G2.
But does it need to be? Start of the split versus Heretics.
Clearly not. They just 2-0'd them.
Mentioned their opponents and played as well as they needed to. I mean, G2 have quoted on record saying before, like,